Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Gateway for Engineers. Today the topic is probability and statistics. Okay, so let's get started. Mutually exclusive event. If A and B are mutually exclusive event, then probability of A intersection B is 0. If they are independent event, then probability of A intersection B is PA into PB. Now what is probability? Probability equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of exhaustive outcomes. Okay. If S is the sample space and E with the event, then P of event is N of E divided by N of S. Here you can see the square is the sample space and the circle is the event, and outside the circle, including the sample space, is E bar. Okay, it's outside the E. Probability of E plus E bar is 1 and N of E plus N of E bar equal to N of S if considering only one event inside the sample space. Now probability of A union B is probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. P of A union B union C equal to PA plus PB plus PC minus PA intersection B minus PB intersection C minus PC intersection A plus PA intersection B intersection C. Odds in favor of E is probability of E divided by probability of E bar. Odds against E is probability of E bar divided by probability of E. Let P be the probability of success and Q probability of failure, and A and B plays a game, and if A starts the game, then probability of A's win equal to P divided by 1 minus Q square, and probability of B's win equal to PQ divided by 1 minus Q square. If 2% plays, if 3% plays, then probability of A's win if A start first, then equal to P by 1 minus QQ. Probability of B's win is PQ divided by 1 minus QQ. Probability of C is PQ square divided by 1 minus QQ. So it can be generalized for n persons. Okay. Next is the mean. Mean equal to sum of given observations values divided by total number of observations. Mode is the number having highest frequency or highest probability of occurrence. Median. How to find the median? Arranged the given data in either ascending or descending order. Then if the number of observations are odd, then median equal to the middle term n plus 1 by 2th term, and if number of observations are even, then median equal to half of the middle terms. There will be two middle terms, n by 2th term plus the next term. Okay, then comes the condition probability. If A, B are happening sequentially, means A occurs before B or B occurs before A event, then probability, and if probability of A is given, then probability of occurrence of B if A already happens is P of B divided by A. If probability of B given, then probability of A if B already happened is P A slash B. Now P B slash A equal to probability of A intersection B divided by P of A. Cross multiplying, P of A intersection B comes out to be P of A into P of B slash A or P of B into P of A slash B. Now applying now De Morgan's law is P union Q whole bar equal to P bar intersection Q bar. Bayes theorem. Most important to solve the questions of probability. If A, B, C are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events, then this is the tree diagram. Total if E, under E, A, B, C are the events, and E slash A, E slash B, E slash C are the required given events, then and these are the probabilities. Then probability of total probability P of E equal to P of A into P of E slash A plus P of B into P of E slash B plus P of C into P of E slash C. The probability of A slash E equal to P of A intersection E divided by PE. P of A intersection E equal to P of A into P of E slash A. So similarly, P of B slash E and P of C slash. Now coming to the random variables, discrete random variables and continuous random variables. Two types of random variables. One has a finite sample space, one has an infinite sample space. Finite values and integer, infinite set of values. Now coming to the discrete random variables, probability mass function PMF equal to f of x equal to probability of x equal to xk. The given number probability. Probability density function PDF equal to summation of p of x equal to xi, or total summation of probability equal to 1 for probability density function of discrete random variables. Cumulative distribution function CDF f of k equals to p of x less than equal to k, or summation of I equal to k, probability of x equal to xi. Now expectation of x, ex equal to mean equal to summation of xi pl. Coming to the continuous random variable, PMF is probability of x equal to xk, that is 0, and PDF f of x equal to probability of x in the range x minus delta x by 2 or x plus delta x by 2. CDF and total probabilities we are also 1. We have to integrate from minus infinity to infinity. Fx dx is 1. Our CDF is capital F xk equal to p of x less than equal to xk, or integration minus infinity to xk fx dx. Now expectation is the mean, and integration minus x to x minus infinity to infinity x fx. Now coming to variance. Variance is expectation x square minus expectation x ka whole square. It's always positive. Standard deviation sigma equal to root variance, also positive. Properties, expectation of constant equal to constant. E of ax plus b equal to a e of x plus b. Variance of constant equal to 0. Variance of ax plus b equal to a square variance x. And standard deviation of ax plus b equal to a standard deviation of x, or a root variance of x. Covariance of x comma y equal to e xy minus ex into ey. Variance of ax plus minus by equal to a square variance of x plus b square variance of y plus minus 2ab covariance of x comma y. If x comma y independent, then covariant of x comma y is 0, or exy equal to ex into ey. Now probability distributions. The first one is binomial distribution. Here number of n is the number of times experiment repeats, and p is the probability of success, q is the probability of failure, and here p plus q equal to 1. Here mean equal to np, variance equal to npq. And probability of x equal to r is the probability of r success in n trials, all given by NCR p par r q par n minus r. Now probability distribution, another is Poisson's distribution, p n comma lambda. Here n is large and p is least, small p is least, therefore lambda equal to n into p, which is equal to finite. Here mean equal to variance equal to lambda equal to np. Probability of x equal to r is e power minus lambda, lambda bar r divided by r factorial. Coming to normal distribution, n of mu comma sigma square. Sample space is infinite for normal distribution, n tends to infinity, and x is continuous random variable. Mean is mu and variance is sigma square. Here in normal distribution, probability density function fx is given by 1 by root under 2 pi sigma e power xk minus mu divided by sigma whole square divided by 2. Now if standard normal variable z considered as x minus mu divided by sigma, then PDF in z is phi of z 1 by root 2 pi e power minus z square upon 2. Here cumulative distribution function f z or zk equal to integration minus infinite to zk phi of z dz, as if ex equal to mean, or ez equals to e x minus mu upon sigma, taking out sigma, 1 by sigma equal to ex minus mu is 0, therefore e of z here is 0. And integration minus infinity to infinity phi z dz equals to 1. For standard normal curve for z, here n0 comma 1, as mu z is 0 and sigma square is 1 always here for z. So P of z will be area under this curve. Okay, now P of z less than 0 is half this side of the curve, and P of z greater than 0 is also half this side of the curve. Here phi max, and this is the normal distribution curve. This is very important, you have to remember these values. See, z equal to 1 to z equal to 2, then probability under this area is 0.6824, z equals to 2 minus 2 to z equal to 2, probability under this area is the area is 0.955, z equals to minus 3 to z equal to 3, probability under this area is 0.9975 or 76. So these are these regions or area under these regions or the probability. This is a symmetric distribution, and here mean equal to median equal to mode equal to 0. Okay, so the values are pz or az within this region, the probability or the area under the curve. Now coming to the skew curve means shift toward left or right. If shift is towards left, it's called right rail curve or negative skew. Here mean greater than median greater than mode, and if it is positive skew or left rail curve, shift towards right, then mode greater than median greater than mean. Next distribution is exponential distribution. Exponential distribution e comma lambda x equal to continuous random variable with PDF fx equal to lambda e power minus lambda x when x is positive and 0 when x is negative. Here expectation equal to 1 by lambda, variance equal to 1 by lambda square, and sigma equals to also 1 by lambda, and RF moment equal to integration 0 to infinity x power r fx dx. CDF equal to f x k equal to p x less than equal to xk, or 1 minus e power minus lambda xk. Probability of x greater than a equal to e power minus lambda a. This is the exponential distribution curve. The probability under total probability under this curve is 1. Now coming to uniform distribution. Uniform distribution curve. So this is the u a comma b, x tends to a to b, PDF fx equal to k 1 by b minus a. This is the curve of uniform distribution. For uniform distribution, mean equal to a plus b by 2 and variance equal to b minus a whole square divided by 12, and RF moment equal to e x power r equal to integration a to b x power r fx dx. Okay. Now let's start with the question of probability. See, question is given as a bin contains 125 bolts and 200 nuts, and 1 by 5th of the bolt and 3 by 4th of the nut are defective. Means this part and this part of the bolt and this part of the nut are defective. Then one item is picked randomly from that bin. The probability that the item is either a defective item or is a nut is. It's an important question asked in GATE examination. So how to solve this? See, 125 bolts or 200 nuts. The number of defective bolt is 1 by 5 equal to 25, and number of defective nuts 3 by 4 of 200, that is 150. So total number of defective pairs, adding this gives 175. Experiment is drawing an item from the bin. Okay, you have to draw an item from the bin. Therefore sample space is total How you can draw? You have one item from the bin, so 125 plus 200, 325 ways you can draw one item. So E is drawing a nut. What we have to find the, our expectation is to draw a nut or defective item. Okay, either you have to draw a nut or a defective item. So how to draw a nut? Union defective item equal to P of A plus P of B minus P intersection B. Means probability of drawing a nut is 200C1, means 200 nuts, divided by 325, and probability of drawing a defective item is 175 divided by 325, and probability of both drawing a defective nut is 150 divided by 325. After solving we get this answer as 225 by 325 or 9 by 30. E is drawing a defective item or nut, and E bar is drawing a non-defective bolt. Okay, therefore P of E equal to P of 1 minus E bar is 1 by 100 by 325, or 2, same 225 upon 325. This is another approach of the question, and this is the first approach of the question. I think this is most understandable. So your answer is 9 by 3. Now coming to the next question. A party of n person takes their seat at random at a round table. Then probability of two specified person do not sit together is. See, your experiment is arrangement of n person at round table. So n of s is n minus 1 factorial. Circular permutation. Since first person and last person is fixed, so E bar is the two specified persons sit together, and E is two specified person does not sit together. So n of E is n minus 2 into 2 factorial, arranging between them 2 factorial, and n minus 1 person can be arranged in circular ways in n minus 2 factorial, specifying two persons n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial. So 1 by P of E bar is P of E, therefore P of E is 1 minus n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial divided by n minus 1 factorial, therefore n minus 3 upon n minus 1. Odds in favor of E is P of E divided by P of E bar, or n minus 3 divided by 2. So the probability answer is n minus 3 divided by n minus 1. Get this? Coming to next question. A fair coin is tossed again and again till we get the first head. The probability that the number of required tosses is odd is, you have to find the required tosses odd. How we can get the head? Our event expectation event are, either you toss a coin once you will get a head, or you toss a coin thrice, or after that you will get H, T, T, H, T, 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 then H, like this you will get. So the probability of first throw is 1 by 2, then 1 by 2 cube plus 1 by 2 power 5. Like this you will go, and since R is less than 1, then the total sum is A by 1 minus R. So you get the answer as 2 by 3. And here since the required toss is odd to get a head, so 1, 3, 5, power is 1, 3, 5. Get it? Next question. A pair of dice is rolled again and again till total of 5 or 7 is obtained. Then change that a total of 5 comes before total of 7. What is the probability that total of 5 comes before total of 7? See, either you can get 5 once, E of 5, then 5 union 7 bar, comma 5, 5 union 7 bar, comma 5 union 7 bar, comma 5, comma dot 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 till infinity. With this neither 7 nor 5, comma 5 in the second chance. So P of E like this, since these two are mutually independent, so you can multiply this, so you get this like this. So P of 5 is 4 by 36, and like this you will get, and after solving you will get the answer as 4 by 10 or 2 by 5. Next question, a student takes a multiple choice examination where each question has 5 possible answers. He attempts if he knows the answer, otherwise he suggests a random. Guesses in random. So suppose he knows the answer to 70% of the question, the probability that on the question chosen at random, the student get correct answer. What is the probability? So the how we make the tree? See, correct answer if he knows is probability pk. Correct answer if he guesses probability pg, and if he knows the answer and it's correct, it's c slash k. If he guesses the answer and it's correct, it's c slash g. So these are the cut probability. Then p of k plus p of g is 1, and p of g is 1 minus p of knowing the answer is 70%, so 0.7. So 1 minus 0.7 is the guessing, 0.3. And probability of correct if he knows, means if you know answer and it's correct, is 1, it's full probability. Obviously if you know the answer and it's correct, is full probability. And probability of knowing a correct answer if you guesses is equal to 1 by 5, in as 5 options are there, so only one can be right, so it's 1 by 5. So total probability of correct answer if you choose any of question is p of k into p of c by k plus p of g into p of c by g. Doing that we get probability answer as 0.76. It's an interesting question. So next question, a test is done to detect a disease. 12% of positive report, 15% negative report are incorrect. If p person getting a positive report is 0.01, then the probability of that person tested gets incorrect report is, see, incorrect report and it's positive, p positive, p negative, and incorrect if positive is given 12%, incorrect if negative is 15%. So total probability of incorrect is 0.01 into 0.12 plus 0.99 into 0.15. Get the answer as 0.1497. Now x is the continuous random variable, then probability density function given as fx equal to e power minus x is 0 to infinity. Then find p of x greater than 1 and p of mod of x minus 2 less than 1. See, p of x greater than 1 is integration 1 to infinity e power minus x dx. So after integrating you get 1 by e, and here p of mod of x minus 2, this is the graph of mod of x minus 2, this is x equals to 2, and since the reason here we see less than 1, so therefore this is the reason x equal to 1 to 3. So integration 1 to 3 fx dx is integration 1 to 3 e power minus x dx. So this type of exponential distribution questions comes, they are easy and can be solvable. Okay. Next question in normal distribution, follows x follows a normal distribution with mean minus 1 and variance as 4. Okay, mean given mu minus 1 and variance 4. Find the probability of x greater than 0. What is the probability? See, converting the normal into standard deviation, we get x equal to 0, which implies z equals to x minus mu divided by sigma. Here x, we have to find the probability of x equal to 0. So z converted to x minus mu divided by sigma. Mu is minus 1 and sigma is root under variance, is that is 2. Therefore z equal to half. Then probability of x greater than 0 is probability of z greater than half. That is probability of z greater than half, means this part is, we know that this part is 0.5 and total part is 0.5 minus p of 0 less than z less than half, means this reason. So the answer will be less than 0.5. So option A is correct. So next question is given mu equal to 100, p of x greater than equal to 110 equal to alpha. Find p of x range from 90 to 110 of normal distribution. So first of all, normal distribution converted to standard deviation by applying z equals to x minus mu divided by sigma. So x is 90 and mu is 100 divided by sigma is minus 10 by sigma, and when x equal to 110, then z equals to 110 minus 100 divided by sigma, that is 10 by sigma. Now P of this x less than equals to 90, 110 and greater than equal to 90 is P of z lies between minus 10 by sigma to 10 by sigma. So x greater than equal to 110 is alpha. Then the required reason is, means this reason is alpha and this reason is alpha and total probability is 1. So this required reason will be 1 minus 2. Okay. So if x is a normal random variable mu 30 sigma 5, find p x between 26 to 34. Okay, and a is z less than equal to 0.8 given as 0.2881. Okay, this value is less than 0.5, so the area is between 0 to 0.8, not from infinity. This is less than 0.5. If we take it from infinity, means greater than 0.5. So x equals to 26, z equals to 26 minus 30, you get minus 0.8 to 0.8, and here ask 0 to 0.8. So we say that this is 2 times of the given area, as here we p of 2634 is coming out to a minus 0.8 to 0.8. Here it's given as area of single region, so we multiply with 2. The answer will be 0.5762. Now this is the exponential distribution ft given as alpha e power minus alpha t when t greater than 0 and elsewhere it's 0. How to find this p 100 to 200 of t, mean, then variance, then e of x cube. When probability get 100 to 200, just simply give the function and you will solve. Integrate it, you will get the answer. Mean is 1 by alpha and variance is 1 by alpha square. We know that for this type of exponential distribution, just you have to apply the formula simply. In probability, maximum time you have to apply the basic concepts and formulas to solve any of the questions given. So either apply Bayes theorem or condition probability or distributions provided, so you can solve. Then e of x cube equal to integration 0 to infinity alpha e power minus alpha t cube dt. Now integrate it, you will get the answer as 6 by alpha cube. Now last question. Three companies XYZ supply computer. Then percentage of computers supplied by them and the probability of those being defective. See, this is the chart. Company X supplies 60% and possibility being defective is 0.01. Y supplies 30% and defective is 0.02. Z supply 10%, defective is 0.03%. Now given that computer is defective, it's already given that computer is defective, means condition is given. Okay, then the probability that it was supplied by Y is, now condition is given that it is defective and it's supplied by Y. Okay, now D slash Y we have to, no, it's Y slash D we have to find the probability. Then P of X is here given, P of Y is given, P of Z is 0.1, sample space is 1, we get here by adding all this. P of D provided comes from X is 0.01, P of Y D comes from Y is 0.02, P of D comes from Z is 0.03. Now how to find P of Y slash D? It's P of Y into P of D slash Y divided by the total probability of P defective. P defective total probability P of X into P of D slash X plus P of Y into P of D slash Y plus P of Z into P of D slash Z. So on multiplying all the values, we get the answer 6 by 6 plus 6 plus 3. So you will get the answer. So by this I completed the probability part. I hope you like this video, and please do share, subscribe my channel and share as much as possible. And next I will cover complex analysis. So stay tuned with me and join the Telegram channel for practicing questions. Thank you for watching.